For me, I don't even necessarily really care about the clean sheets and the clean sheet. Look, it's good. But the clean sheets are also down to a lot of different factors, right? But the reason why I give credit to Benjamin Asare is he walked into the Black Stars at a very difficult moment where there was so much pressure on the team, especially the goalkeepers, because they just come back from an AFCON qualified disaster where one of the biggest problems in the team was goalkeeping. I mean, Atisigi didn't necessarily cover himself in any glory when he played in those games against Sudan and some of the goals he conceded and some of the way he was organized in the back line. He didn't look good enough, right? Now, not many people paid attention to the rise of Benjamin Asare and saw him in and around the team, even though he wasn't necessarily called into the pool. But he was called as part of the squad for most of the time, leading up to his eventual spot earning. Now he ends the spot, goes to train with the team. And after first training session, the coaches decide that we've got to give him that chance. Now, that is a huge statement because traditionally in Ghana, when the local lads have gone to train with the national team, they've most of the times we've been there, sometimes looked out of place. They've almost looked like we are different footballers from those who have arrived.
Some have even admitted
admitted that. So for Benjamin Asare to go into the team that is under pressure with an almost certain number one in Atisigi at the time, and going there and back himself and prove to the coaches that he can get the job done, that is a great character of a goalkeeper. Then he gets into the team, and all of a sudden the team doesn't concede chances. All of a sudden the team doesn't make mistakes at the back. That for me cannot be coincidence when we are talking about 7 games, irrespective of the opponent. Because the strength of the opponent we played against during the World Cup qualifiers isn't very different from the strength of the opponents we played against during the AFCON qualifiers. And then we can pull the numbers. We can look at where these teams are rated. They are either in and around the same numbers. So people look at Benjamin Asare and are saying that he's not necessarily been tested. My question is, if Benjamin Asare wasn't tested, which one of those Black Star players were tested? Jordan, are you? By who? The coach Otoado we are singing his praise now? Or the entire Black Stars team? Because they didn't play against a different team.
No.
They all played against the same teams. So I give him all the credit for stepping into that team and being part of a team that has looked solid defensively. Because there are things your data and your stats will not necessarily point out. Because which data tells us how well he's able to organize his backline? Which data tells us how well he's able to communicate to the boys in the back and tell them
organization and communication are key elements of goalkeeping.
And look,
not just shot stopping or passing.
Let's not beat about the bush. This is the Ghana Black Stars. We've seen the top players, the leaders in the team, walk to coaches and tell them that we don't trust that he can be a good left back. It will cost us. We don't trust that he's a good midfielder. We don't trust that he's a good goalkeeper. If Benjamin Asare in training didn't look like a goalkeeper who was good enough to be in the Black Stars post, I guarantee you, Otto wouldn't have had to mention it. Players like Kudus, Jordan, Thomas, Jiku, Salisu, if they realize that you are picking a goalkeeper who's going to cost us victory, points, and potentially deny us from qualifying to the World Cup, they would have been the first to ring it into the ears of the coach. Coach, can you have a second look at that decision of playing a goalkeeper who doesn't look confident in training, who doesn't inspire us at the back? We had the 2014 World Cup. What happened? Kwarase started the first game. He was dropped. Why? The centre-back partnership and the defense didn't trust Kwarase's communication and his organization. You change him to Fatah Dauda and he's stuck in the post for the next 2 games. So for me, I've seen people discredit Benjamin Asare. Obviously, every player can improve. Mohamed Kudus can improve. Jordan has scored 7 goals, 7 assists. He can improve. Thomas Partey can improve. Benjamin Asare can and should improve. But the point is, if he stays fit and he keeps doing what he's doing for his club, and the other goalkeepers he's competing with don't show that they are any better between now and that time, he keeps the post. And that's finally to end it. I also don't see any Ghanaian goalkeeper right now who is doing anything significantly better to convince me that if you put him in the post, he improves what Asare has done. What can you improve?